Three for the Money is brought to you by the Trend Center app. This is the best tool for sports betting research. The Trend Center app, you can test betting systems from the past 20 years, explore thousands of existing trends and systems from top betting experts, choose from hundreds of filters to test different systems for each sport. Save these trends and get notified when their systems have games. Download the app and use our code TFTM for 15% off a premium membership after a 2-day free trial. Okay. We're here. We're back. It's Three for the Money. And we're late. This is coming out on Friday. Didn't tell anyone. Didn't say anything on Twitter. Whatever. Not a big deal. It was Christmas this week. Christmas was yesterday. I went 2-0 on Christmas. But wait, is that how I should start this? I don't know. We're rolling. We're doing it live, baby. How did you know what, Chris? You take it from the top. How did you do this week? I'm pawning this off on you.
Okay, thanks. I didn't bet. I didn't have a chance to bet either NFL game on Christmas. I know that's pretty un-American of me, but I was busy with family stuff and I actually didn't have time to lock in my bets. That's kind of a weird thing to say, but it's probably a good thing because last week I was not very good. I think it went 4-6, 4-6, 4-7, something like that. Had a pretty good noon slate, and then it just all went to hell after that. The Dolphins scoring 29 points for that game to go over by one was ridiculous. But yeah, anyway, not very good. But you know what? It's Christmas. It's a season of forgiving and winning bets. So we're gonna rebound this week, and gonna be honest, been traveling the last couple of days. Haven't had hardly any time to do some research, so we're just kind of firing off the cuff here, which is probably good considering how I've been when I've actually had time to think about these games. So I'm pretty excited. But yes, Will, how did you do last week?
So last week I ended up going 5-3. There were two Saturday games, lost both of them, and lost the Vols game. So that was not that
Yeah,
was not a fun Saturday. But then ended up winning the majority of my bets Sunday, and then I won Monday Night Football. We didn't go over that one in the show, but we did tweet that out, so I am counting that one. I won my surefire pick. Uh, easy money Rams. Easy 3.5 point spread against the Jets. Jets were awful. They're terrible. Um, that's it. I mean, I won my two bets yesterday, the Chiefs and the Ravens. Felt like real chalk, but I'm just like, dude, it's week 17. It's nut up or shut up. You're either here or you're not. Let's we're entering our final form. That's what we're doing. We are becoming who we are if you're not already there. And the Chiefs are returning back to being very good and covering, at least for right now. And the Rams just beat the fuck out of the Texans. I didn't get to watch that game, but
bro. Texans got up to a 2-0 lead, and then
No, no.
did they
It
not?
was 7. It was 7-2.
Oh, okay, never mind. Still, how 31-2 final score, not a scoregami.
Yeah,
What?
that's wild.
hmm.
That
The
was the
last
most
that
surprising thing.
yeah, I think I saw on Scoregami that hasn't happened since 1965 or something,
Yeah,
and it's
that's
only
it.
happened twice.
Yeah,
Wow.
that blew my mind.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Well, Sean, how did you do last week and
bad
Christmas?
week, bad week, bad Christmas Day. 4-9 last week, 1-3 yesterday. Not too happy. Um, I'm
Ho,
also
ho,
playing
ho.
Will in the fantasy championship right now. I'm going to lose because the Cowboys have downgraded CeeDee Lamb to out for the rest of the season. So vibes
Oh,
are low this week. Christmas spirit is right out the window. Nothing is right in the world. I hate football. I hate the NFL. Tail at your own risk, or better yet, just don't at all. If you boys have any of my picks, I beg you to take the other side. Is all I'm gonna say.
Leave me to die, please.
Yeah. But I mean, fantasy aspect, I was contemplating. I was like, should I bench Keenan Allen for Lad McConkey this week? And then as I was doing that, I got the notification that CeeDee Lamb was out for the rest of the season. And I was like, well, this became really easy.
Yeah.
So, yeah.
fun stuff.
Yeah,
Football,
fun,
don't you love it?
Yeah.
fun stuff.
And I ended up beating Chris to go to the championship game.
Bro, that was okay. So, quick little story time before we get into the bets. I had two fantasy football semifinal matchups going on. And after the noon slate on each one, or on both, I was projected to win by like a considerable amount, like 60 to 70% chance.
Oh yeah.
And then the afternoon slate, both games, bent me over a fucking barrel. Like you had Justin Jefferson, you and the other guy I'm playing both had Brock Bowers. He had Brian, is it Brian Thomas, the Jags wide receiver? Is
The
that
I
his
tight
didn't
name?
have
end.
that.
What?
I didn't have any
That's
Jags player.
I know, no, the guy I'm playing in another league had him. Is Brian?
oh,
Is that his name? Brian something.
Brian
I
Thomas.
don't know.
He had a 60-yard touchdown. It was just it all like, and I was hanging. I wasn't watching football. I was hanging out with my girlfriend's family for Christmas, and I was just watching it all slip away, and I just had to contain it in my all my rage in my soul, and it was the worst. I was so miserable, and then going into Monday night in my other league, I had the slimmest of chance, but I had a chance if Valdez Scantling and Kamara was out, so Keandre Miller could just both have career games. I could have won, and then right before the game, MVS out. So it was just, the whole just last week as a whole in terms of NFL was just a big old kick in the nuts.
Yeah.
So
I mean
yeah,
I thought I was cooked
I
after
did
the noon
too. I
slate.
thought I had it, man.
Like
I
you had
was
the Atlanta D and I was like,
26, two pick sixes.
dude, that was I was like, I'm fucked. I'm finished. Flip me over. I'm done. That's
That
where I
was
was at mentally. And then
it
When
was
Jefferson had that catch to go up a score,
yeah.
that was like,
Jefferson had 35. Bowers had like damn near 30. Like it
yeah.
was just
But for us, for our matchup, it was I had Smith and Jigba and Jefferson.
yeah, 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 yeah.
So
You
no
had
matter who
him
had
too.
the ball, I was like, all right, I might get something here. And then you had DK and uh the Seahawks running back, and I was like,
Charbonnet. Do you have
no,
Charbonnet
no
or
Walker,
Walker? Oh,
yeah, I was like, please just don't throw it to DK.
and they didn't.
nope.
He had a touchdown.
Yeah, but shit,
Yeah,
that was it.
yeah, that was it. So
Yeah, on Christmas Day, I could tell that Will was ahead of me in like streaming on Netflix because he would taunt me uh before I even saw the play. And I was like, motherfucker.
all
And
right.
so like I'm like sitting there and we're like about to open presents and like I get this notification. It's like 11-yard pass TD from Patrick Mahomes. Will haunted you. I'm like, motherfucker. I'm just like, ugh.
I thought it was funny how Will taunted me on last Sunday. Nothing the entire
Oh yeah,
day
I told him to
until
do that.
it
I
was
told him
no, it was
to.
nothing until like he was going to win, and it was just all of them at once.
Yep.
And I was like, "This fucking rat bastard!"
He was like, should I taunt Chris? And I'm like, have you taunted him yet? And he was like, no. And I was like, send them all. Do it. Like,
Well,
just send
because I
them
thought I
all.
was gonna lose like from the beginning. Pretty much from the beginning. I was like, it's not happening.
Yeah. Well, anyway,
Yeah.
week
Yeah,
whatever
there's a lot on the
17.
line. A lot on the line. Week 17. Not just for fantasy, but for actual real life implications for playoff seeding and positioning and all that good stuff. So I say we just get into it.
Yeah. These millionaires need to play a game to see what happens in the future. Okay. First game, Broncos at the Bengals. Bengals favored by 3.5. Uh I'm not totally sure if either of these teams can make the playoffs. I think since this is a Saturday game, it might be a loser leaves town game. They're both in the AFC. Um, I'm not totally sure, but I think this game does kind of matter. I think if either
Yes,
team
It does, yeah.
wants,
it
yeah,
does. Um, Broncos win, they've got like a 99% chance to get in. But if the Bengals win, like they're still pussyfooting around. Like
yeah,
they could less than 15% chance to get in, but they're still in
right,
technically.
okay. So it's in Cincinnati. Bengals are favored by 3.5. Sean, what do you think about this game?
I'm gonna go with the Broncos plus 3.5. This is the fourth game in a row that the Bengals will be favored in. And I get it. It's a home game. But I feel like they've taken advantage of some teams like the Cowboys, the Titans, and the Browns. Um, it kind of makes sense for them to be favored at home, but the Bengals are on the brink of elimination, and they just aren't that good this year. I mean, they have a god awful defense, and I think the Broncos have been really finding their way. Yeah, if they win outright, they'll be eliminated. Or yeah, if the Broncos win, the Bengals will be eliminated, and the Bengals, yeah, it's all but confirmed that the Broncos will unofficially clinch a playoff spot if they win outright. But I'm gonna play it safe, take the Broncos uh, points here. So give me Bo Nix and company on Saturday. Chris, what you got?
I'm just going back to the well, over 49.5, riding Bengals overs. Their defense is god awful. Like you said, they need this game to have somewhat of a chance to make the playoffs. And Joe Burrow knows that. And he knows that their defense can't do anything. So he's going to sling it all over the yard. And then Bo Nix and company they'll probably, I'm surprised it's plus 3.5, honestly. But I'm just going to keep riding the overs. They've been good to me. So go back to the well. Over 49.5. Is that the highest total of the week? No.
Sounds right. No?
Lions 49ers is higher by a point, but second
Okay.
highest. But yeah, over 49.5. Just Bengals overs all day. Will, what do you think?
I completely agree, Christopher. I am also on the over 49.5. Bengals defense is terrible, but they can score with the best of them. Uh, and also the Broncos can score with the best of them. In their past like 5 games, it's been a pretty good scoring effort by them. They've scored almost 20. They've scored at least 27 points in the past like 5 games. Um, and I mean I think the Broncos can kind of I don't know tame tame the maybe not tame the Bengals, but kind of keep them in check, but just enough for them to be in that game. So I also do like Sean's pick. I'm not double dipping because I just like the over a lot better. I think that's more of a possibility in my brain here. But I like Sean's pick, and I like Chris's pick better. But so I'm going over 49.5. Okay, next Saturday game, Saturday night football. Cardinals at the Rams. I'm not totally sure if the Cardinals are eliminated yet, but the
They,
Rams, they are.
I think they are.
No.
They
Wait.
are.
Wait. Hold on.
Somebody look this up while I
Haven't they?
talk.
Yes, they are. They are.
I was gonna say they lost
Sorry.
like 7 in a row. They have to be.
Yeah,
Oh,
sorry.
okay.
Maybe not that many, but they've lost.
I was thinking of another team that is a bird and is in that division.
Yeah, okay. The Rams are favored at home in Los Angeles by 6.5 points. Uh, I'm I'm gonna start this one off. I'm taking the Rams. The Rams have been great to me. Seems like a chalk pick, but there's no way I can put money on the Cardinals right now. They're playing like absolute dog shit. If Kyler Murray's playing, they're almost guaranteed to lose. He's terrible against the division. I mean, that's kind of it. That's kind of it. I mean, Rams are kind of on fire right now. I think they've won their last like 5 games, 6 games, something like that. They're great. They're super hot right now. I'm taking the Rams. I'm riding the Rams. Riding the Ram train. Four. Okay, there's four. They're on a 4-game win streak. Chris, what do you think about this game?
I agree. Riding the Rams. They're white. Or I want to say white hot. They're hot, and the Cardinals are terrible right now. Yeah, this is like I said, haven't had a chance to do too much research. This is one of the games I don't really know much about, but I do know that the Rams dominate the Cardinals at home. The Cardinals have won twice in the last 7 years in Los Angeles. So, yikes. And the Cardinals did shit pump the Rams in Arizona earlier this season. So, revenge game for LA. I like them on a 6.5. I think they rent it up. Sean, do we have a clean sweep on the Rams?
Unfortunately, we do. Sorry, boys. Yeah, Rams -6. I'm mainly saying this because Kyler is absolute cheeks against his own division. And I found a little stat that McVay is an absolute dog from week 14 to the final game of the season. Since he has become the head coach in LA, he is 20-13-1 against the spread in that time frame. Plus, like you said, Chris, I think the Rams want a slight revenge from this matchup earlier when the Cardinals beat the absolute living shit out of them. And I know that we normally record Wednesdays, and this is coming out tomorrow, so this game will already be decided. But the Seahawks are right behind the Rams in the standings. Seahawks play the Bears, and they're kicking off here in a couple minutes. I do expect the Seahawks to beat the Bears, but if they lose, the Rams can clinch a playoff spot with a win over the Cardinals. So hopefully the Rams will be out for blood Saturday.
Yep. All right, clean sweep. Next game. No, we're not really going to go over any Sunday noon games.
No, they're all ass.
They're all ass. So the only good afternoon game is Packers Vikings. This game could rock. Both teams are pretty hot right now. Packers just beat the shit out of the Saints. And Vikings just figure out ways to win. Chris, what do you Vikings are favored at home by 1 point. Chris, what do you think?
Give me the Vikings -1. This pick is brought to you by Trend Center. The trend is called NFC North winners of first matchup win the second match. There are a whole lot. It sounds simple, but there are a whole lot of stipulations to this that I don't feel like reading. But what you need to know is all time, this Trend's record is 47-11, 7-3 in the last 10. Active on Vikings money line. So yeah, I'm just gonna take money line, not -1. Give me money line.
Okay.
I also think they're just better. Something about the Packers. I just don't know if they're really that good.
Mm-hmm.
But
That makes
Vikings
sense.
money line. Sean, what are you taking?
I'm going to go with the over at 48 and a half. These two teams had a wild first game early in the season in late September. Vikings came out on top 31-29. These two teams have also clinched playoff spots. So you might be thinking if they're already, if they're already in, like, why don't we just run the clock, pack it up, go home? No, 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 no. They are still playing for positioning, which could switch up the Vikings or Packers to play the second, third, or fourth seed, depending. Um, and with the Vikings remaining schedule, Packers, and then the Lions, that's two. That's a rough last two teams you got to face. And I mean, Love and Darnold, they have been slinging it these past few weeks. They've been killer. Packers have scored 30 plus points in five straight games, and the Vikings have scored at least 27 in their last four of their last five. I expect a divisional shootout. I expect this game to kind of rock. I mean, these teams are going to be out for blood for positioning, and it's going to be a real who's who of who's going to get that fifth or sixth spot. You know what I'm saying? But yeah, give me the over 48 and a half. Will, what you got?
I have the over 48 and a half. I think this game
Shit.
does rock. Or has
Sorry.
at least.
I'm sorry.
It's okay. It's okay. It's not your fault.
I'm sorry.
Um,
You're gonna lose, but
it's fine. Um, I mean, I said it before you even really dove into this. I mean, I think this game has the potential to rock. I do think the Vikings do come out on top, but I mean, the past couple of weeks, like these two teams, have just been scoring pretty much at will, and yeah, that's pretty much it. Sean took all the words out of my mouth. Over 48 and a half. Moving on. Okay, next game, Sunday Night Football. Falcons at the Manders. Manders favored by 4. Manders somehow beat the shit out of the Eagles. Well, they didn't beat the shit out of them. They won against the Eagles in a fantastic game that I ended up missing because it wasn't on my local TV programming. But yeah, Manders favored by 4. Sean, what do you think?
well, technically, both teams can clinch a playoff spot with a dub. The Bucks have to lose for the Falcons to get in, but all the Manders have to do is to get the W, and they're in. Which is why I'm gonna go with another over 47 and a half on Sunday night. Two rookie quarterbacks, Jaden Daniels, Michael Penix, in a matchup with major playoff implications. Daniels has, he's had a great rookie start so far. Penix, he kind of showed out. He was pretty impressive in his debut last week, but also shout out he didn't do too well because that under Surefire still cashed by like what was it, like half a point or something crazy.
Yeah.
But both defenses are really struggling against the pass right now, and I expect a high-scoring game on Sunday night. Chris, what you got?
I'll tell. Just Manders overs.
Okay.
Like you said, yeah, Jaden Daniels, stud. Both defenses average at best. Penix didn't really impress me too much, but I think it was kind of a case of he didn't have to do that much, so they weren't trying to. They're playing it safe with him. So yeah, I think they kind of let it fire today or on Sunday, and so or Sunday night definitely. Yeah, over what is it 47?
47 and a half, yeah.
Give
Did you have a pick or?
No, not really. I just when I was looking at the games we're going to talk about, I was like, okay, Bengals over because Bengals over. Vikings, I found the trend, and then I got down to the Manders. I was like, just Manders overs.
Gotcha. Okay.
So yeah, we're letting it shoot from the hip this week.
Yeah. Best way to do it, honestly.
It probably is.
In this late, yeah, probably.
Got to change something up. It's been rough.
Yeah. Well, what you got?
I also have the Manders over.
All right.
I mean, it's Manders overs. That's
It's their team.
it's simple, you know. Um, it, they can score a lot, but they cannot defend, and I mean, that's about it. I really don't have any stats to back that up, except Manders overs have been money this for the most part this season. But all right, I'm gonna move on. Um, Next game, Lions at the 49ers. 49ers home dogs by 3.5. I think I'm remembering it. Is Brock Purdy hurt or is he back? I can't remember. I don't know. Everyone else is staring at something, so I guess I'll keep
He's
talking.
back. He played last
He
week.
played
didn't he?
last week, yeah.
He did?
Yeah. He
Oh, I
only
didn't
missed
notice.
like 1 or 2 games. Yeah, he's been back.
Okay. Well, I have zero faith in the 49ers. And I don't think anyone should. I'm just keeping it simple. I'm just taking the Lions. Like there in no way I can put money on the 49ers at this moment in time in this season. Uh yeah, it's the Lions. It's also Jared Goff in California. In California, the weather is nice. Although Jared Goff this year in cold weather has not been an issue at all.
Jared
So
Goff has not been an issue whatsoever at all this year.
that's exactly what I said. Lions minus 3.5. Chris, what is your
Rain,
pick?
sleet,
uh,
snow, hail. He's all good. He's like the post office, dude. He's so reliable.
he, he he
The
always
post office
delivers.
doesn't. The post office doesn't deliver into this in the snow.
Yes, they do. It's
Neither
like
rain
part
nor
of their
sleet nor snow.
it's part of their
it's,
fucking motto, dude.
it's their creed.
Yeah. It's their oath.
I don't make the rules. Chris,
Hold on. Let Sean go first. I'm pulling up Lions team total.
Sean.
Okay. Um, well, this is hard, but I'm gonna take it anyways. But depending on how this Vikings game goes, if the Vikings lose, the Lions can lock up the 1 seed in the NFC with a win. I'm going to take the Lions to cover 3.5 here, anyways. But I think this spread is a little too small for a high caliber playoff team versus a team that is absolute ass. Um, I mean, granted, this 49ers team has been plagued by injuries. And yeah, like, the Lions defense has also had some injury concerns of their own. But I think 3.5 on the spread is generous to say the least. So give me the Lions minus 3.5. And I think this opened at 2.5. If I believe this opened at 2.5, which is bananas, but I would get to it as soon as you can. As soon as you see this, take the Lions. Chris, what's that team total?
Over 27.5 is even money, so I will be taking that.
All right.
Just yeah, kind of like what you said. They need to win this game, or if they win this game, they'll get the whatever. You said the 1 seed.
Yep.
Awesome. Yeah. Plus, like the 49ers are dead. Like this is like last week when I was like, when I took the Lions team total, I was like, this might be a little high, but they could accidentally score against a god awful team. And the Lions like are still very much just like doing their thing, even though they are cruising into the playoffs. They're busting out trick plays against the Bears.
Pretend falling down.
Yeah, they're also up like 3 touchdowns when they did that. So yeah, they don't give a shit. Like I don't care. They could like they could play all their starters week 18. That's just the way they roll.
It's
Over
awesome.
27.5. Also, a little bit of revenge. Actually, kind of a lot of bit of revenge from the NFC Championship last year. I think, yeah.
Yeah.
I think old Mr. Campbell, if he sees an opportunity to run it up, I think he will. So, team total over 27.5.
Hell yeah.
Will, what do you think?
I'm taking the Lions
Let's go.
minus 3.5. We actually already went over that.
Oh, we did. My bad. I was looking at the team total.
It's okay. It's okay. Yeah, remember I tried to
Whoops.
throw it to you?
Oh yeah, you did. That was so long ago. I
Yeah.
don't remember.
Um that's the main slate, man. That's all we got. All right, main slate is done. Let's get into the surefire picks of the week. Chris, no, you need a second.
Give me two
Um,
seconds. Yeah.
you know what? I'll go first. This is a team that has been very, very kind to me this season, and that is the Rams. The Rams have single-handedly saved me from losing all my surefire picks. But not this week. I'm taking the Rams. I'm taking the Rams minus 6.5. Double unit surefire play. Cardinals are dead. Rams are hot right now. Getting back to form. It's going to be great. I'm keeping it pretty simple at that. Sean, what is your surefire pick?
Well, it worked last week, so I got another ugly, disgusting one for you guys. The Tennessee Titans and the Jacksonville Jaguars under 41.5. Real juggernaut matchup with Mason Rudolph and Mac Jones in the backfield. Couple weeks ago, these teams combined for just 16 points, which was also my surefire pick, but on the other side of the total. This one's going to be ugly, and I'm just going to take full advantage of it. So, under Titans Jags, under 41.5. Chris, do you have your surefire pick locked and loaded?
I do. I was looking for the trend center stat to read off. It is the Jets Bills under 46.5, and I love this trend. So since September 7th, 2018, when the spread is more than 9.5 and the total is more than 45, the under is 85, 52, and 1, winner in 4 straight games. So Jets Bills under 46.5.
Hell yeah.
Okay,
Okay.
cool. I wrote those
Lock
down.
in that surefire
Let's go.
pick parlay right now.
Yeah, I said the other day that I wasn't going to put money on any Titans game. Over under, plus money, minus money. I'll throw it in a parlay though, because it's not my pick. Because every time I fucking do something with that god awful team, even if I bet against them, they'll win. What? I can't win. I can't win. I
Yeah.
can never have a double win when watching the Titans. It's impossible. Okay. All right, surefires are done. Moving on to our extra plays of the week. It looks like Chris is trying to figure out some of his extra plays. So, Sean, do you have any extra plays in the chamber locked? Well, they don't have to be placed, but do you have any that are loaded to talk about?
Yeah, I mean, we need some noon action. We didn't talk about anything in the noon slate, so I thought I'd take it upon myself to bet the shitty noon slate a little bit. Um, I said I wouldn't do it, but I think I gotta. Is it gonna be Jalen or is it gonna be Kenny Pickett? Lots of uncertainty. Eagles have been on a downslope recently. Um, they almost lost to the Panthers and lost in the final seconds of the Manders to the Manders. Cowboys plus 10. Cowboys in double digits. Cowboys have been they've been playing pretty dang good recently for no goddamn reason. Absolutely no goddamn reason to be playing this like well. I think what did they win? They've won like 3 out of their last 4. Yeah, give me the Cowboys plus 10. I like that double digit. Um, and then I feel like this one's pretty rare for me. Yeah, what's up, Chris?
It's 7.
What? 7?
Yeah.
Yeah,
So maybe
that's
Jalen's playing then.
Oh shit. Okay. Well, when I made this earlier, it was 10. All right, keep an eye on the Twitter. Um, But I am gonna lock this one in. I feel like this one's pretty rare for me, but I will be betting on the Dolphins -6.5. I just feel like I never bet on the Dolphins because they're just so unpredictable. But the Dolphins have a pretty damn good defense, and they should be able to shut down Thompson Robinson, a
DTR.
QB with
DTR.
DTR, a QB with two last names. Soft. I think Finns take this one easy. And I don't have this one locked and loaded in my. I want to take it, but I got to do a little more research into. I really want to take the Panthers +8 against the Bucks, but I got to do a little digging on that one. So that one's got me in a pretzel with all these playoff implications. So just keep an eye on the Twitter. Those are my only plays so far. I'm gonna throw it to Will, since if Chris wants to do a little more jotting down, a little more research in a couple of seconds. But
Uh, so I have Eagles -7 written down. I think that will be a game time decision. Um, that's there's a lot of balls being juggled there, with like factors that go into this game. It is pretty sure it is in Philadelphia, um, and they kind of need to flex a little bit. And then the only other game I have, it's a double dip. It's a double dip. I'm doing Cardinals Rams under 47.5. Brought to you by the Trend Center. Primetime divisional unders. It's a Saturday night football game, kind of prime time. No other NFL game is going on, and that the primetime divisional unders trend is 135, 90, and 5. So I will be taking that. And that's pretty much all I got. I mean, I don't think that the Cardinals are capable of doing anything. I mean, like James Conner went out with an injury last week, after putting up numbies for me in fantasy, and then decided to get hurt. So thank you, Mr. Connor. Um, but I mean, even if he's good to play, like there's no reason he needs to play. I mean, I guess he's not their best team, but obviously, the more better players you have, the better a chance you have to put up some points. And I don't think this is gonna happen. So that's it. That's all I got. Chris, what do you have?
All right. I got two extra plays. One, this one's straight up off vibes. Chargers -4 against the Pats. I just think they're a lot better, and I think they'll steamroll them. Saturday noon slate. Nobody's really going to be paying attention. Patriots going to be sleepwalking through it. I think Chargers roll. And the last one. I was a coward last week. Didn't take it. Taking it this week. Giants team total under 15.5. I cannot believe
I can't believe we didn't do that.
I cannot believe I didn't take under 7.5 last week. I
We completely
It
forgot.
totally forgot.
it was the Falcons. I mean, it wasn't like a definite like let's fucking do this, because it's like it's the Falcons. They're not great. Like their defense isn't great.
Yeah. I also
Still.
just got decimated on Saturday in those playoff games, so I didn't really have a whole lot of expendable funds to get a little cute with it. So I didn't take, but I am taking not 7.5 this week, under 15.5. I don't see how they score more than two touchdowns. They're just terrible. So yeah, Giants team total under 15.5. I'll add more. Keep an eye on the Twitter. That was just all that I had time to look up in the few seconds while Sean and Will were talking.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's the slate. That's the slate. Um, I kind of really like my picks, but
That's good.
it just feels like super chalky. Like I'm taking three overs, one
Yeah.
under, and the rest are favorites.
You know,
Uh,
there's no reason to get cute with picks right now
mhm.
because, like you said at the beginning of the show, you're either in or you're out. You know, you're here or you're not. You know, it's that time of the year, and I wish I'd realized it last week because I think I got cute with a couple of my picks last week.
Yeah, I
I definitely
mean,
got cute with a couple of them, but
I
it was. I think what really clicked, kind of. I mean, clicked for my two wins yesterday. For my two bets I won yesterday. I was just like looking at the board and I'm like, Steelers are good, but
Yeah.
this is week 17. This is week
I-
17. It's the Chiefs on Christmas in Arrowhead.
Nope, it wasn't an Arrowhead.
You're right. It wasn't an Arrowhead. It, but it's just like they are becoming back to form, back to
Yeah,
the perfect form of
I
of
think if I had realized they could have clinched the 1 seed in the AFC, I didn't know that they could do that, which is like on me. But
I didn't know that either.
yeah,
I thought they already had it, honestly.
I mean, like it wasn't like official, but I feel like if I knew that if with a win they could do it, I would have taken the Chiefs. But I went cute and went both underdogs yesterday. But whatever. But yeah,
Yeah.
there is like a couple things I want to discuss, and
Okay.
it in 2025 it is going to be so expensive to watch the NFL. Have you guys like seen
No.
like the price breakdown of it for next year?
Enlighten
No,
me.
this is
Okay.
gonna make me sad because I'm gonna spend it.
Okay,
But
well, you're not going to spend all of it because let's just say that you're not in market and you
Okay.
have to get Sunday ticket to
Okay.
watch the Titans. But YouTube TV announced that they will raise its monthly price to $83.99 per month from $72.99. It's a 15% increase starting in January. So Sunday ticket, $379 at a one-time cost. YouTube TV, $83.99 per month, which is $503.94 for the whole season. Amazon Prime, which you need for every Thursday night game, is $8.99 a month. Peacock for week one only, because they do that one game on Peacock exclusively for week one. $7.99 a month, and then I didn't know this was a thing, but ESPN Plus has an exclusive week 7 game at $10.99 a month. And finally, the lowest tier Netflix you can get at $6.99 a month for the Christmas Day game. That is a total of $962.85 for the NFL season. Just to watch the NFL. I mean, let's just say you're not in market to watch your team. You're spending
Yeah.
almost $1,000 to watch games. That's kind of ridiculous. And like I see this meme sometimes that's like, imagine telling Red Foreman, from that '70s show that he'd have to pay for 4 to 5 different streaming services and premium cable just to watch the NFL.
Yeah, that
Can you
would
imagine? Like
he'd probably
no.
say something about putting his foot in someone's ass.
Yeah. He definitely would.
um,
I don't really have any other comment after that other than it's just that's bonkers. That's ridiculous.
mhm.
Yeah.
And NFL is they're gonna show out next year on Christmas after what LeBron said.
What LeBron say? I didn't see that.
After the Lakers Warriors game, the Lakers won on like a buzzer beater. He said, "I love the NFL, but Christmas is our day." So Goodell's going to put Chiefs Bills Christmas night, probably.
Oh yeah.
He might put an entire slate.
They
on
might even
Christmas.
flex some games into the into the Netflix slot just to
On
make
it,
it
like he's gonna do something.
yeah.
So I just thought that was funny. People were like, I saw Twitter, it's like, oh man, we're really gonna get Chiefs Bills on Christmas night next year, aren't we?
Sounds
It'll be
awesome.
awesome. Oh, I'm gonna
It
watch
does
it.
sound awesome, but
Yeah.
I don't
um
watch the NBA.
yeah. Well, Not right now.
Yeah.
Well, I might have on Christmas Day if the NFL wasn't on, like which the NFL did exactly what they wanted to, is
Mhm.
to shadow the NBA. Speaking of Christmas, did you guys see what Justin Herbert got for his O-line for his
Oh,
Christmas present?
Wasn't it like
If you saw, don't say it though.
okay.
I don't
I don't
Okay,
remember off the top of my head, but I did see it.
okay. Look, Brock Purdy, making nothing on a rookie deal, and they're in last place in their division. He bought 9 Toyota trucks for his linemen.
well he's
He bought
sponsored.
them. He got them vehicles though. Joe Burrow got his linemen authentic katana swords, authentic personalized katana swords, which is awesome as shit.
It's pretty badass.
It's pretty
I heard they wanted
badass.
machine guns.
Yeah.
And he was like, I'm not gonna give you machine guns.
Yeah,
I'll get you
yeah,
swords.
yeah. Mahomes got his linemen Rolexes and Yeti coolers, which I think the cheapest Rolex you can get is like a little over $9,000. Um, Russell Wilson got each of his linemen a $10,000 Airbnb gift card, which is that's pretty
Wow.
cool. I
Yeah.
mean, that shows like some, this go take a vacation with your family. Justin Herbert, who has a 5-year, $262.5 million contract, spent over $5,000 total for his own linemen and got them luggage and Delta gift cards. One of the shittiest airlines. And um, look, it's the thought that counts. And, like you should be grateful no matter what you get. And it's Christmas time, it's the season of giving. But come on, man, you just got paid and you're in a position to go to the playoffs. And, like, you got this guy that's just making just under $1 million to give his guys Toyota trucks. Um, and a guy who's making 50 mil a year is like, oh, here's $550. Like,
Yeah.
I did the
Yeah.
math.
That's
I mean,
I
now we know why Purdy has been doing all those commercials, though. You know what I mean?
Well,
Like,
yeah, he makes like $100,000 a year. And in San Francisco, that is an unlivable wage.
yeah, like, but
Like,
he's
he's
still
borderline homeless.
he's but he's still got his O lineman trucks. Like,
yeah, he's sponsored. He probably got
I'm
a super sweet deal or free.
yeah, I mean, like I said, it's the thought that counts. But this has got to be one of the shittiest gifts I've seen a quarterback give his own line. If I'm
That's
being real,
rough. Yeah.
that's pretty rough. Um, so does this
Luggage.
does yeah, just and like it's the most basic, like, well, it's not they look nice, like, but they're just
Yeah.
like it's like silver metal, like it's
It's just
nothing
a suit.
extravagant.
Yeah,
It's a
it's a
suitcase.
suitcase.
It's not cloth though. It's like
Yeah.
He thinks they don't have
it's hot.
luggage?
I bet they got I mean they travel like weekly, so I'm sure they
Yeah.
got fucking luggage, but
Yeah.
There are linemen just rolling up with like the hobo sticks, like a bandana tied to the back.
Riding
it's
the
like imagine
railroad.
imagine the next away game they go to, and it's just like Herbert's at the plane. And it's like, you didn't bring the luggage that I bought you. You didn't bring the carry on. Like no man, this shit
Oh.
was whack. Like
I just love the Delta gift card too. Is
yeah, I mean, and it's so the thing is that he spent like $5,000 for 9 guys.
yeah,
Like, so that Delta gift card wasn't that much though. Like the luggage was probably $200-300.
Yeah.
And like the rest of it was on a gift card. Like, where are you gonna go? Like, like
And linemen are big ass people. Probably
yeah, I
gotta
mean, like,
maybe some of them got to get an extra seat.
Are they flying coach on Delta?
I mean, with that gift
NFL
card, I
linemen?
feel like you gotta like,
Depending on
if
where
you
you're
want,
going.
They'll just use that on their luggage, honestly.
yeah.
God.
God,
Carry
no.
all their food
I'm just saying. I mean,
because they're big.
I'm just saying, like, this is a major L from Herbert.
Yeah,
Like
that's rough.
your team is in a position to make. You haven't clinched yet, but you're in a position to heavily make the playoffs. Like you are right there. You just gotta win. Like you gotta win against the Patriots this week. That's pretty much it. That's all you got to do. And Herbert's been playing well. Like he's had to do. I mean, dude, this is. I'd be pissed. Like I'd be low key pissed. Like
I'll be
be
like,
like,
yeah, thanks, man.
yeah,
Thanks.
yeah. It's like,
Yeah.
I mean, I'm curious what y'all make of it, but I
I mean,
thought
I
this
think
was a funny story.
that's a pretty shitty. Like, that's something that like your relative gives, like that your aunt gives you on Christmas. That's not something that like a multi-million-dollar quarterback gives the guys who are busting their ass for him every week.
Hmm.
Like that, it's just like a regular cool gift. It's not like swords or fucking trucks. Like these
Exactly.
are also
shit.
like these are linemen. Like we love them. They are like the most like stereotypical like meathead NFL players. Like they don't want like fucking suitcases. They
Give them
want some.
fireworks.
Give them something fucking cool. Give them like each like a cow or something that they could slaughter and
That they can eat.
eat. That would
Yeah.
be cool.
That'd be awesome.
String
Give all
up
It's
your
a
like
linemen
cow in their
livestock.
it's like if you spent $5,000 to buy, half a cow or like half a cow for every two linemen or whatever. I don't know how much a cow costs, but I know that people do that shit. Um, that would be awesome. I'd love that, you know? But if I was a lineman and I got some fucking luggage from my quarterback who just got paid, I'd be like,
I'd be pissed.
especially after seeing, this guy got samurai swords and Rolexes and trucks.
Oh, I want a
Like,
katana.
yeah, like I'd be a little peeved. But, it's also not an obligation to give gifts, but it's starting to become one from like the news reports of like, oh, they got this from their quarterback. And it's like, and you saw that, like, did you see what the O line got Josh Allen for Christmas?
Wasn't it no.
They got him a fucking chain, like
Oh yeah.
like
Yeah, I saw that actually, yeah.
a diamond chain that said like MVP 17, and it had all the lineman names on the back, which I was like, yo, that's sick.
That's pretty sick.
Yeah,
That would really
like
suck
a
if he didn't win
personalized chain.
MVP.
Yeah, and then Lamar just had to show out last night.
Yeah.
Like,
Yeah. I mean, fucking Will Levis probably didn't get his O lineman anything because they
I mean,
they don't
suck.
deserve anything though.
no, no.
They don't deserve anything.
All right.
Like I
Get
mean,
them
like
all traffic cones. Like, hey, this made me think of you.
Thanks.
Oh God, trying to
Yeah.
think. Just like take you on a walking tour to different hotels, see what revolving doors look like, because you guys act like this all the fucking time. Like,
See, yeah, no, that that would be funny though if he got them something just like a backhanded like
a backhanded compliment
yeah.
gift. Like, yeah.
Like a gym membership or something.
Some like weight training classes or like
A Pilates course.
I don't know. It's like
Yoga.
I saw this and I'm like, it's really not that big of a deal, like to
Yeah,
anyone.
it's
But
yeah.
you know, I thought it was funny that all these other linemen are getting like cool shit, and like you just like happen to be on this playoff caliber team, and you just get some fucking luggage. Like,
Hmm.
Oh, okay, this was last year. Okay, so I googled like if Will Levis got the Titans offensive line anything, and this headline came up, but it's from last season. But it says Will Levis gift to a Titans O lineman is unintentionally hilarious, and I clicked on it, and it was luggage.
oh my God. See, okay, there it is. There it is. That shows you how shitty this gift actually is then.
But and I didn't really even think about this when you give them luggage, it's just like, well, pack your bags. You ain't gonna be on this team next year.
Get the
Damn.
fuck out of here.
Which I didn't really think about that when we were. I just thought how that was just not a very
Oh
good
man,
gift
that's
for
yeah, that is kind
a
of that is like that.
multi-millionaire to give to someone. But
Yeah.
Will Levis, second round pick.
yeah, a second round pick on a rookie deal, like you're not gonna.
You're not making
And he
anything.
gave them the same thing, minus the fucking gift card. He gave him the same thing that Justin Herbert, who is now has fuck you money for generations, got the same exact gift. That's
Mm-hmm.
it's funny.
Mm-hmm.
That's what that's really the core of this. Is just
Yeah.
like just get you could have gotten them something a little bit better. Like something they deserved. Like I don't know. This kind of rubs me the wrong way, but at the end of the day it doesn't really matter, you know. But
Yeah,
you're
nothing
spending
matters.
you're spending 5K on your entire O line, and then Mahomes is getting Rolexes for every O lineman, which is at a minimum of over $6,000. Like
And the Chiefs O line kind of sucks.
Yeah, they're not very good this year.
Like I know the Chargers offensive line isn't like
the
lights out.
Bengals O line
Yeah.
fucking sucks.
And
Like
they get
they
fucking
got
weapons.
swords.
Dude, a sword would be
I don't
sick,
know, man.
dude.
It's
A
yeah.
personalized sword. Yeah, that'd be awesome.
Yeah. He put a lot of like research and like he put a lot of thought into his gift because like I saw that they were like personalized somehow, like they went into I don't know, the characteristics of each person or something, which is totally bonkers, but whatever. Speaking of bonkers, have you guys watched that Aaron Rodgers thing on
No,
Netflix?
no,
Oh
No.
not planning on it.
God, no, I will
The
not be.
ayahuasca. I didn't even know you were allowed to film that. Like I'm pretty sure that like most of those like places you go to, like you're not allowed to bring like cameras in.
Well, he has like a bazillion dollars.
Yeah, but like
He also like
have you seen clips of it though? Like
I
No.
saw the trailer, but that's
it looks so weird. I haven't watched it either,
well,
but
I hate him, so I will not be
yeah,
watching it.
but like he's like being caressed by this medicine man, I guess, and he's like, oh,
Sounds sexy.
like, and it's just like,
Who wants to
I don't want to
watch
watch. I
that?
don't want to watch this, dude. Like,
Like
Oh,
at
yeah.
its core, so it's all about him taking ayahuasca. Is that the
that's
thing?
I don't know for sure, but that's the vibe that I get is like about
Why would
his
you watch
experience Yeah, I don't know.
Who gives a shit? Who wants to watch
Yeah,
Aaron Rodgers take ayahuasca for
I
2
really
hours
don't
or
know.
however
I
long it
really
is?
don't. That's a good question.
Would you rather watch this or Is It Cake?
I'd rather just sit in silence.
Oh, okay. But I also did think that
Actually, I'd probably watch Is This Cake because some of that shit, I'm like, is
Yo,
it
how'd they
fucking
do
cake? Like
that's cake.
that? No, this ain't cake. Holy
that
shit.
that's not cake.
How they do that?
Uh, I also did think that his soul-searching adventure with ayahuasca was like he just took it and then sat in a dark room. I didn't think there would be really anything to film.
Well, okay, so ayahuasca, I'm pretty from what I know about ayahuasca, it's like a 3-day process where like you drink some shit and then you are like purging. You are shitting, you are vomiting, you are doing every single thing for like 2 days to get everything out of your system. And then there is this like shaman that is like guiding you along the way. And then you take the ayahuasca, and then that is when when you are cleaned out, you are at your most like purest form or whatever. But I think it's just going through the journey of taking ayahuasca. And
Mhm.
I'm not really sure why we really need the whole deal of it. And like I said, I haven't watched it,
I think it's just
but
kind of like about his life that I'm looking at this article.
About
okay.
how he hates his family.
I
Yeah,
mean,
how he hasn't talked to his family in like 10 years.
this might be what your talk is. Episode. It's a 3-part series, and episode 2 is called Awakening. And it says, conflicted about his fame, Rogers begins a self-realization journey, experimenting with alternative medicine and religion, and igniting controversy. So that's probably
I've
uh,
definitely seen a clip where he is like being caressed by like a medicine man or something, where he is like this medicine man is like groping him, and it's like it's fucking it looks fucking weird, but I really don't give a shit. I
I
really
don't
just do
know.
not give a shit about
Yeah,
this.
I don't
Like
care at all.
like
Right.
this
Yep.
man should have retired so long ago. Like just
Yes.
Yeah.
we would have cared a lot more about what he was up to if he retired like years ago.
Hmm.
Right. Um.
It's like,
Okay.
yo, did you see this 4-time MVP tried ayahuasca? Like
Oh yeah,
it's
he's also
he has a
40.
yeah. Yo, he has a Netflix like documentary out right now. It's like, what? Like,
He's a
I
hippie.
don't know.
Um. Anything else going on? I mean, I know that not in the football world, but World Juniors is going on right now. I know I've mentioned that in the past, um, past years. It always happens around Christmas time, Boxing Day, things like that. Incredibly entertaining to watch. I was trying to watch the U.S. Germany game today, but I got my time zones mixed up, and I jumped in at the third period, and it was 6-2 USA.
Hell
So
yeah.
They
that
won
game ended 10-4.
yeah.
Jeez.
So not too bad, but it's actually impossible to find a stream. I tried for a really long time. I found one, and then I discovered that I was very late to the game was already over. It was the third period had just started. It was over. Um, but yeah, that's exciting. And that's kind of it. I don't know. Does everybody else have anything? Otherwise, I'm going to wrap this shit up.
I don't think we got anything else. At
No,
least I don't. I don't want to speak for the class, but I don't.
Okay.
no. I talked about all the points that I wrote down.
Yep. All right. Okay. Thank you so much for listening and watching. We really appreciate it. Please like, comment, subscribe. Any interaction with this really helps us out, really helps our reach. Check out the Trend Center app, link in the description. 15% off of a premium membership. It's the greatest tool on the planet for sports bettors. Follow us on Twitter. Link is in the bio as well. Bandit will not have a Thursday night pick this week because it's right now. The game is going on right now.
He could have a Saturday pick, though.
He could have a Saturday pick, though. Look out. Follow the Twitter. Follow us on everything. It'll be on everything. Yeah, I think that's it. All right. We'll see you next week. There's 3 of us. Now let's make some money. Bow.
Woo!
Hello?